Hi everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So as you've already seen, I have posted 2 weekly vlog videos. I will also be doing kind of like sit down with Kat chats and yeah, I'm just really excited to share my thoughts on some ongoing subjects in the world today and things that I go through and have gone through. For those of you who are new to my story, and obviously this channel, my name is Kat Davis. I am 32 years old. I was diagnosed at age 22 with a terminal illness called scleroderma, sclero as in hard skin. So sclero's hard, derma, skin, hard skin. My body mass produces collagen. Throughout the last 10 years, I've had 2 stem cell transplants and I've been to Mexico for treatment and all sorts of stuff. I will do a video just on that at some point. But today, I have just had a lot of stuff on my mind recently, and with COVID and just how dark the world is with the Black Lives Matter campaign, the politicians, and the elections coming up, and all of that. I just feel like there's something extremely dominant in our world today, and that is depression. The umbrella of mental health, depression, and anxiety. And I just want to speak on it today. I myself I do suffer from depression. I would say I started my mental health journey, I would say 4 or 5 years ago. And obviously I do have a terminal diagnosis, so along with that comes depression issues, right? So that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like I don't need to explain that. There's that minor detail, but I am gonna talk a little bit about my depression, but I want to talk about the current issues in the world today and what's causing depression. And so many people in my world, some of my dearest friends, people that I see online, some supporters and followers of mine are just falling into this deep depression. And I hate seeing it because it breaks my heart, because I've experienced depression. I still experience it. I still go through it all the time. I manage it, which is what I'm going to talk about today. So yes, and by the way, this is one of my first videos, so it will kind of just be choppy, and I'm sorry if you hear things in the background. I definitely don't have this down to a T, and you will notice. All right, so let's see here. So basically, I thought I would first off, I want to share the definition, the clinical definition for depression. Okay, that is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest, causing significant impairment in daily life, right? So that could be interest and pleasure of doing things that you used to like to do, if you like to, exercise or hang out with friends. Feeling down, depressed, hopeless, been there. Sleeping issues. People don't realize that if you can't sleep at night, a lot of it has to do with maybe anxiety that you're now having or depression. Feeling tired, low energy. A lot of people can think that they're actually going through a sickness, oh my gosh, I have cancer, or I have this, or I have that. When in reality, what it is it's brain pain, literally brain pain. So just as I, being terminally ill, and I constantly am seeing doctors for my physical well-being, it is absolutely just as important that I take care of my brain. So my brain pain, right? Okay, so mental health is brain pain. So I'm gonna talk more about that a little bit later, but I wanna make sure that it's known that depression and anxiety are not little things. It's not something you should be ashamed about. I hate that it's taboo. I feel like it's getting a little bit more out there with celebrities and some YouTubers and stuff starting to talk about it more and more, but it's not anywhere out there and recognized as normal as it should be. I honestly would say just within it's like 1 in 5 people have depression or anxiety or some sort of mental health issue. And if you just think about your friend group right there, 1 out of 5, there you go, right? So it's so dominant, and it's just so present in our lives today. So the main issues right now, that we're struggling with, right? COVID, the big C word. It's been brutal, right? Since March. Right now it's July, lied because I never know the month or the day, but it's August 4th. And we've been in COVID mode, isolation mode, depression mode since about March. A lot of people who were go, go, go all the time, worked, had their weekends jam packed full, saw people all the time. All of that was turned completely upside down. Their whole worlds. We were, the first month or so, most of us did stay in our homes. And that caused, for those who live alone, that caused extreme depression. And I believe it snuck up on more people. And I think it snuck up on more people than they're willing to admit. And I think, like I said, when I talk about taboo, people are embarrassed to say they're depressed. And like I said before, depression can come in so many different forms. Typically, like when you watch a depression commercial on TV, right? It's got a woman or a man, whatever, like moping around, right? With their eyes closed, their heads down, sadness, right? It's raining, doom and gloom. I think when I announced that I had depression, I think a lot of people were surprised because I'm Kit for Kat. I smile a lot. How could she be depressed? Like, oh, she handles it so well, her sickness and all that kind of stuff. But I'm human too. And I suffer just like you guys. So don't ever think that just because someone is smiling and all of that stuff, that we never know what that person is dealing with inside or at home. So that's really, really important. So with COVID, that's a huge one that really has brought this on a lot for so many people. And friends of mine that have never, ever really experienced depression or anxiety, COVID brought that out. Sickness, obviously, those of, my followers who are chronically ill, sickness is a huge one that is so easily to fall in depression because it can change your physical appearance. You don't feel well. Those around you don't understand your new lifestyle, which is sleeping a lot. Some can, assume you're lazy, you're this, you're that. And there's so many misconceptions when it comes to illness and depression. That could be a whole nother video of itself. Money issues, obviously, financial issues, just the worst that can crumble anyone. Relationships between maybe, someone that you're dating or just friendships, family, relationships in general are very, very hard, right? We have to work really hard to keep those relationships going. But a lot of times, some people get sucked into a specific person maybe that is bringing you down. And I had this thought the other day, especially with men and women who are dating these days. If you let one single person in this entire earth that Jesus has created for us affect your mental health, that is not okay. And to be honest with you, it's just, it's kind of cringeworthy. There's so much going on in the world. So we need to make sure that we're not letting one other human being affect how we feel about ourselves, okay? Unless they're bringing you positivity and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to depression and all that kind of stuff, that's not okay. And it's a huge issue I've seen in my life with others. And it's just a hard one. I get it. It's really hard. But there are choices that you have to make when you have depression and mental health issues. And sometimes that does mean, kind of changing some people that are in your group, in your core group. If they're bringing you down, you have one life to live, right? So please pick your core friends, family, all of that stuff. Choose wisely. You have got to make sure that you are doing okay mentally and all of that. And I hope also, you know, it could be the opposite where you're bringing someone down and you're judging them for whatever. So make sure that we're all just keeping each other in check on that. You know, some people with depression, you're just simply overwhelmed by life. Just everyday life. You don't even have to have anything. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to, you know, be jobless or anything, but life is just overwhelming. There's just a lot we have to do. There's a lot of standards, you know, put out there, and it's exhausting. And a lot of people do get depression, anxiety just from that. And a lot of the times, there's no reason, you have no reason why you're depressed. Like, I have issues with that, with being overwhelmed. I'll be like, literally, I'm sitting here watching TV and I feel so overwhelmed, I could scream. And I feel like I have to pop like 5 Xanax just to calm myself down. And there is no reason why I feel that way. That is the worst. I hate that. I'm so sorry if you go through any of this, first off. I just think it's really important to, you guys, just like depression and anxiety and everything, and I hope you really hear me when I say this, it's just like as if you're an addict, right? If you're an alcoholic, if you're bulimic, if you're whatever it is, if you do not claim and come to terms with the fact that you have depression or anxiety, you will not get help. And when you are so deep and dark in that hole, I understand that is the last thing you want is help. The last thing you want to do is talk to anyone. Again, I truly, truly have been to the darkest of dark times. I have been suicidal. I have been there. I've never tried to actually commit suicide, but I've had those thoughts in some dark times. So I truly do understand how dark and lonely that hole gets. So please hear me though. The only way you're going to get out of that is by recognizing that you are depressed, recognizing that you're not well, your brain is not well, and you need help. Things I do to make sure that I myself keep, you know, being accountable and all that kind of stuff. I have an accountability, couple people in my life that I've, you know, set up and made sure they know, like, hey, if you see me slipping into my depression, please let me know. They're accountability partners. Like, my mom knows when I'm slipping in depression. So for me, depression looks like I do not want to get out of bed. I want to stay in my room. I literally hate everything and everyone. That's the best way to describe it. But I'm still able to like pretend a lot and act a lot and put this face on. But when I'm home, I get really bad anxiety. I live with my mom, but I basically live by myself. So it's a very quiet life. And when I get around a lot of people for an extended amount of time, it brings on my anxiety of just being completely oversensitized. And that's something that I've really struggled with my family and friends and everything like that. But I have learned, because my thing is with depression and anxiety is it's not me. Like, I want to be me again. And in order to do that, I myself, I guess I should backtrack a little bit. There are 2 ways truly that you can get better from these things. Seek therapy, and then you need to absolutely see your general practitioner or whomever your doctor is, and do not lie, but speak very candidly about your depression and what you're going through. And if you are having suicidal thoughts, you need to tell them. It's not a joke. I know everyone knows it's not a joke, but people get embarrassed. And I get that. I'm pretty blessed because I just say whatever I am feeling. I'm very authentic. I have nothing to lose. And I just feel I've just learned that I don't get help if I'm not truthful. So it's extremely important. It's extremely important to talk about your doctor about therapy. Maybe you need to see someone specifically, but I'm going to tell you right now, therapy, I actually spoke to one of my doctors today about this before I made this video. Therapy is a very, very long process, along with medication though, too. Therapy, it can take a long time, to get your insurance to cover it, to see someone, and then what if you see someone you don't like, and then all of that. So that can be a lot to do. So I definitely think everyone should see therapy, but I think you should realize that it's not like you can go to the doctor and see a therapist the next day. It does not work like that. I definitely wish, but it does not. Medications. I am so pro antidepressants. It's crazy. When people come to me and talk to me about antidepressants, my first thing is the best way I can describe it is when I am on my medication, I take Cymbalta. It makes me again. It makes me Kat again. It makes me not the dark and gloomy person that I don't recognize. That's not me. And that's just a sick part in my brain. And it's brain health. Like, it's a broken part of my brain. There's misconnections. And I do have to say though, with medications as well, you cannot take an antidepressant and expect 2-3 days later to feel all sunshines and rainbow. It also does not work like that. Depression and anxiety is a process to healing. It's a process. It's a long process. It's hard. It's annoying. It's frustrating. You can a lot of people want to quit. You want to quit, but you just got to keep going. Like, if you really want this, you have to keep going. So back to being like an alcoholic, right? If you're an alcoholic and you want to be sober, what do? You constantly go to AA meetings and you keep every moment of every day. You make that choice not to have a drink. And with mental health, it's the same thing. I make the choice every day to choose joy. And I try to make the best out of all my situations. I laugh a lot. I make sure I am very, very self-aware of my depression. And that is something that I guess mainly because I am chronically sick, I'm very in tune with my body. But along with that, I think being so in tune with my body, it's the same way with my brain. I have learned to know when I slip into my depression. I know situations that are going to trigger my depression to go downward or spiral out of control, and I will up my antidepressant after speaking to my doctor. And but generally I know when it's time I need to up them, and then once I get some control, I can go back down to like my regular dose. Right now, I'm on 120 milligrams of Cymbalta a day, pretty high. But through COVID and all of this stuff, and I have such a heart for people and I want to help everybody all the time, but also my tank gets extremely empty, and then my depression goes up and my anxiety goes up. So it's just been a rough few months of trying to like kind of hold everyone afloat, and I love it. That also fills my cup. So it's kind of a, give and take situation. But yeah, it's a constant daily choice to choose joy. Okay, that being said, I am not perfect, absolutely not perfect. You guys that have followed me on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff, I have days where it's just not good. And that's okay to have days where you're just angry and you're upset with your situation and you're frustrated and you're mad, and I totally get it. And those days are more than acceptable. Don't feel like if you're on anxiety meds and you still have a couple of bad days that like you're going backwards. That's not how it works. I mean, not normal. I don't know what the correct word is, but like healthy people, brain healthy people, they still have bad days, occasionally too. So keep that in mind. I I don't know, guys. This subject has been just like weighing heavily on me. I have felt the Lord just really, really calling upon me to speak about this. And I am in no way, shape, or form a doctor. I am just sharing what I have seen. I have been sick for 10 years. I've helped people for 10 years with stuff like this. I am very educated, self-educated about this stuff, and I see it all the time, and I just want to help people because I've been there so many times. And and I'm gonna tell you a few things that I do to make my days better. So, because here's the thing. Like I said, in order to make progress and get help, you're going to need to go see your doctor. There's no if or but about that. You just need to do that. So, yeah, some of this stuff is just, let's be frank here. We are, we are here for a reason. We are not here to end our lives. That's not our decision. We're not here for that. Everything we go through is for a reason. I can tell you absolutely, I know why I am sick. I know why I suffer every minute of every day. I am blessed to be sick. I have seen the good that comes out of my heartache and debilitating pain, debilitating nausea and sickness and throwing up all the time, which you guys will learn more and more through my vlogs. I live a really, really hard life, but I also live a very blessed life. But I choose that, right? I choose to go hang out with my friends. I choose, even on days where I'm not feeling up to it, I go because I know that I need that for my brain health. These are all choices. Depression, anxiety, it all comes down to choices. Are you going to choose to seek help or are you going to choose to complain? And it's pretty black and white when it comes to that. Like either you're going to get help or you're not. If you want to live this one life on earth depressed and sad, I feel sorry for you. And I really pray that you get that push that you need. I'm here on all socials to help with that. I've helped many people get the help they need. Please don't ever feel like you're annoying me or anything. Like, please reach out. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to things that for me help me when I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, which is often, by the way, because I'm exhausted. It's summer right now, so I'm like living my dream, which is the lake. I love the lake. My mom and I are obsessed with just being by water, the ocean. We love to get tan. We love to just soak in the sun, watch the waves, just watch all the kids having fun, and it's just one of my happy places. So right now that's been really, it's been a really great outlet for me. But honestly, the first thing I do when I wake up, my alarm goes off. I hit snooze 45,000 times. If that was an exaggeration, I totally wish it was, but it's not. I automatically turn on worship music. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus so much. I have a personal relationship with him. He's the only reason that I have survived mentally, okay, through everything that I've been through. So for me, worship music really fills my soul and it makes me happy. It makes me feel grateful. It reminds me why I'm here. It reminds me why and that I do have a purpose on this earth. So for me, that's huge. Again, my mom's my accountability partner, so she'll let me know if she feels like she sees me slipping into a depression. I love my family and friends so much. I make sure that if my week is just filled with doctor appointments, that I sneak in coffee dates all throughout the week. Even if I'm tired and don't necessarily have energy to do so, I do for my mental health because I love my friends. And yeah, so there's that. Community. I'm a part of a Bible study. But community doesn't just mean Bible study. It's just getting out there, like find something you want to do, join a volleyball team, join a book club, get online. You can, if you're sick and at home and you can't do anything, you know, you're not able to get out because of COVID and everything, there are plenty of groups online and they're amazing. Yes, there are complainers, but just ignore that and find people that you can trust and that you love. Make those FaceTime phone calls with the people that you trust and you love in your life. Stay connected. When you push away people, your depression is going to get worse, and the more and more you're going to want to do harmful things to you. It's all a vicious cycle. And again, these are all choices you have to make. And it doesn't have to be worship music for you. For you, it could be, I don't even know. I know some people who love scream music and it makes them happy, or John Mayer or Machine Gun Kelly. I secretly love him. But it could be any type of music, or I love podcasts are amazing. Comedians, you know, how can you be mad when you watch a comedian? My mom and I watch America's Funniest Home Videos a lot if we're in a mood, and within 1 minute we're laughing hysterically. So that's really awesome. So the thing I have 3 things I want to leave you with before I end this one. So how I got the word brain pain. Some of you may know, some of you may have heard of it. But I actually was able and so honored to hear Kevin Hines speak live. And I don't know if you know anything about Kevin Hines. It's Kevin and then Hines, Hines. He's the coolest guy ever. I had the privilege to meet him and take a picture with him and tell him my story. I actually want to reach out to him soon. Anyways, okay, so he was really, really depressed. And I believe at age 19, he jumped off the Golden State Bridge. And since 1937, there have been over 1,700 people who have made that suicidal jump, and only around 25 people, the Golden Gate Bridge, and only around 25 people are known to have survived. That's not 100%. He has the most incredible story ever, especially if you're having suicidal thoughts, guys. One thing for me personally, being sick, I really follow a lot of YouTubers who are sick too, because I relate to them, right? So if you are having suicidal thoughts, go watch some of these documentaries, hear their story, hear why they're still alive, hear why, all that kind of stuff. He's amazing. So it's Kevin Hines. I think it's kevinhines.com. Honestly, he pops up because the Golden State Bridge, it's known for suicidal jumps, and also, oh, I'm so sorry, the Golden Gate. I keep saying state. The Golden Gate Bridge. It's known for suicidal jumps, and what else can you jump off not wanting to end your life? So he has an incredible story. He's alive to this day, and he's an absolutely amazing motivational speaker, and he, just talking about him now, makes me have the chills, because I think he's such an incredible person, and he is so raw and so authentic, and he does not hide anything. And I just love that he shares all of that. And you guys, this is how life works, right? People go through hard times, but in the end, if you really focus on them, figure out why you're going through that hard time. What is Jesus trying to show you? Why are you here? What are you trying to be doing to help people with the pain that you're suffering from? So I don't know, that's a little tidbit. So there's that. Excuse me. My main thing I want to also talk about, and this is what I'm going to leave you with. There's really no way to sugarcoat this. Depression and anxiety, a lot of it is absolutely selfish. It's narcissistic in some ways, and the bottom line is you cannot be the center of your world. it just does not work like that. I feel that if you were to even experiment and go help someone in some way one day and really evaluate how you feel after that, I bet you a pretty penny that you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. When we get so consumed in our bubble of misery, in our tunnel vision of everything that we are struggling with, we go down, 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 deeper in that hole. So that's another way to just try to maybe get out of it, is vow to once a week help someone. Like, that doesn't have to be a big deal, buy someone's coffee, or if someone's lawn needs mowed next door, like, mow it for them. Like, I mean, there are simple little things you can do, but depression and all of that kind of stuff, like, it truly can be helped. And I know people who have committed suicide, and I am in no way, shape, or form belittling that. I have had some close friends do that. It's devastating, but that's why I'm putting this out here, because I want to help you guys. I want you guys to live life again. And even this COVID life, like, yeah, we have to wear masks and all that stuff, but guys, we're here, we're alive, we have so much to give. So I hope this helps in some way. And I love you so much. And just remember that, like, I'm here with you. I struggle with both. I just struggle with mental health. I struggle a lot on my own, so I do get it. I want to end this in prayer. If you are not religious and you're following me, that is totally okay. You are more than welcome to click off and end it right here. My videos will be a modge podge of things. I am going to be who I am, which is I'm a follower of Jesus, so I'm not gonna filter that out to make others feel comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna end this in prayer. All right, here we go. Dear Jesus, thank you for everyone who is watching this video. Lord, I just pray that you would bless everyone who is just absolutely suffering from this mental health crisis right now, Lord, with depression, anxiety, and all of that stuff, Lord God. I pray that you would give them that energy to seek help from anyone, from a family member, a friend, a doctor, someone. I pray that you would give them the energy to do so. Lord God, I pray that if they don't know you, that they would ask about you and seek to know you more, because I know that because of you and you alone, I have lived the most beautiful 10 years of my life. And that is saying a lot about my story. And I'm thankful for every hardship that I've gone through. And again, I just pray for everyone here. And I just ask, Lord, that you would just be with everyone here and bless them and help us to make it through these hard times in the world. But to always remember that tomorrow is a new day and the sun is going to come up. And I also want to just make sure everyone just remembers that every morning when you open your eyes, that is your first blessing of the day. So we love you, Jesus, and thank you for loving us even though we are far from perfect. Thank you for having so much grace and compassion for us. We love you. Amen. Love you guys. I hope you like this. And the next topic, I'm not sure what it'll be, but I will see you soon.